Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're heading straight to the heart of the Himalayas, Nepal, a
Yeah.
country, famous for its incredible peaks. But we're actually focusing on something else today. Its incredibly vibrant cultures and specifically its festivals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think trekking first, but Nepal's packed with celebrations like
Mm.
almost all year round. Draws in huge numbers of tourists, too, over 500,000 annually,
Yeah,
just for these kinds of experiences.
right.
So our mission today is really to unpack some of the major festivals, talk about the best times for you to travel to catch them, and maybe give you some ideas for, really immersive festival tours.
Okay, so Nepal isn't just one single culture, right?
Mm.
Geographically, it's split.
Yeah.
You've got the Terai down south, the hills area, like where Kathmandu is, and then the high mountains. And this means, well, a real variety in celebrations.
That's spot on, yeah.
Yeah.
While big ones like Dashain, Tihar, and Holi are pretty much nationwide,
Mm.
each region, even different ethnic groups, they have their own unique spin. Like the Terai has Chath, which is huge there. The hills have things like Losar and these really lively jatras.
Jatras, okay.
And way up in the mountains, you find Manirimdu, TG, really distinct events. And even for something like Dashain, you'll see differences, maybe lamb sacrifices in one community, buffalo in another. It depends on the ethnicity.
Fascinating. Let's maybe zero in on some of the big ones that really seem to draw travelers in, partly because you can actually join in, not just, watch from the sidelines. Dashain really stood out, usually September, October.
Yeah, typically.
A 15-day festival celebrating goddess Durga's victory over a demon Mahisasur. It sounds like this huge family reunion time, gifts, food.
It really is. It's central to the year for many Nepalists. Key moments include a goddess Tapana that's planting barley seeds. There's the Fulpati parade from Gorkha, which is quite symbolic.
Mhm.
Sacrifices happen on Mahaastami, but the most famous part is probably Vijayadashami. That's when elders put tika. It's this mix of yogurt, rice, red color on foreheads for blessings, protection.
A real core cultural moment. And then close behind that, often October, November, is Tihar.
Tihar, the Festival of Lights. It's 5 days, and interestingly, it honors different beings each day.
Oh.
Yeah, starts with crows, then dogs, showing respect for animals. Then comes Gai Tihar, honoring cows,
Huh?
and also Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. There's even a day for oxen, Goivran Puja.
Wow.
And it all wraps up with Paitika, which is a beautiful celebration of the bond between brothers and sisters. Homes are just lit up. Streets have these amazing Rangoli patterns made of colored powder or petals.
Mm.
It's all about light over darkness.
Sounds incredible. And then maybe the most famous one internationally, Holi, usually March.
Holi, yes, the Festival of Colors, also called Fagu Purnima, basically kicks off spring.
Right, that explosion of color you see in photos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
2 days. Starts with Holika Dahan, bonfires the night before, good over evil. That's symbolism again.
Yeah.
And then the next day, it's just, well, everyone out playing with colored powders, water guns, balloons. Pure fun.
Okay, so those are some big ones. What about things that are maybe a bit more off the beaten path?
Well, for a truly unique experience, there's the TG Festival. This happens in May, way up in the former kingdom of Lomanthang.
Upper Mustang, right,
Yeah.
that restricted area.
Precisely. It takes effort to get there.
Mhm.
But it's this 3-day Buddhist festival with ancient prayers and these incredible masked dances. The Sacham, Gacham, they depict Padmasambhava Guru Rinpo defeating a demon. It's like stepping back in time.
Wow. And other regional specialties. You mentioned Chathoth earlier.
Yes, Chath, mainly in the Terai, usually October, November. It's dedicated to the sun god Surya and Usha, the goddess of dawn. Devotees fast for 4 days, making offerings by rivers at sunrise and sunset. Very serene, very spiritual.
Okay. And Losar, that's a New Year celebration.
It is. It's the Tibetan and Sherpa New Year, typically February or March. It's celebrated for about a week. People clean and decorate homes, make traditional foods, momos, thukpa, delicious
Oh,
things.
that sounds good.
Yeah. Lots of visits to monasteries, cultural shows, dancing. It's very festive.
And what about the Jatras you mentioned in the Kathmandu Valley?
Oh, right, the Jatras.
Yeah.
These are mostly newer community festivals, huge chariot processions dedicated to local deities. Indra Jatra is a big one, marks the end of the monsoon. You see masked dancers, and the Kumari, the living goddess, processes in a chariot.
The living goddess. Yeah, I've heard of her.
Then there's Biscuit Jatra in Bhaktapur around mid-April, kind of like their New Year, with massive chariots being pulled in a tug-of-war style, and the Radha Mashindranath Jatra in spring, honoring the god of rain. His huge chariot gets pulled through Patan and Kathmandu for weeks. It's quite a sight.
So, with all these amazing festivals happening at different times, the big question for anyone listening is, when is the best time to actually go to Nepal to experience this?
Well, the classic best seasons are autumn, so September to November, and spring, March to May. Autumn generally has clear skies, pleasant temperatures perfect for Dashain and Tihar.
Okay.
Spring is warmer, flowers are blooming, great for Holi or maybe catching that Machindranath Jatra. But honestly, the best time really depends on which festival you want to see. TG is in May, Losar is in Feb-March. So you kind of need to pick your festival first.
Right, that makes sense. And you can actually plan trips specifically around these festivals, like dedicated tours.
Absolutely. You could do, say, the Dashain itinerary, maybe explore Kathmandu, then head to a village to see some rituals, perhaps even celebrate the main Dashami Tika Day with a local family.
That sounds really immersive.
Exactly. Or for Tihar, similar idea, see the city preparations, then
Yep.
maybe experience the Lakshmi Puja night, the singing and dancing troops, Bailo and Dusi in a village, celebrate Baitika with locals.
Okay, so really getting involved.
Definitely. And for something like TG, well, that's a whole adventure. Getting the permits for Upper Mustang, flying to Pokhara, the drive up to Low Manthang.
Mm.
It's part trek, part cultural immersion, seeing the festival, exploring ancient sky caves nearby.
Oh.
Even for Chahath, you could travel from Kathmandu down to Janakpur in the Terai, maybe do a cooking class, stay with a family, and directly participate in the riverside rituals. It's about how deep you want to go.
It's really clear then that Nepal's regions and these incredible festivals aren't just, unique cultural extras. They genuinely shape the best times to visit and offer the most compelling experiences.
For sure. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? When you think about these traditions passed down for generations, what insights could you gain?
Yeah.
About community, about faith, about, I don't know, just the simple joy of life by actually immersing yourself in that kind of celebration. Something to think about for your next trip, perhaps.